Hello, welcome back. Today we are working on drop stance or pubu, also called crouching stance in English. This stance is probably my favorite stance.
This thing that you do when you whip your hair when you're fighting.
I think that it's really pretty because the stance is so low. It is a great workout. So I'm going to show you guys how I train pubu. I think pubu is the better represented stance. I see it in movies, I see it in comic books, Catwoman does it. I'm training on a dance floor today. This is like a Marley floor. I like to wear knee pads when I train. This makes me all the more likely to put my knees on the floor, especially when I am warming up and doing my splits. I'm gonna do a quick full body warm up before I get going. The important thing is that because we're doing pubu and pubu is such a low stance, you're really gonna wanna stretch through your splits, your straddle, your pancake, and your hip mobility. I think if I were to pick only one hip mobility exercise to ever do, it would be this one. These are controlled articular rotations on both sides. What I'm basically doing, the hip joint is a ball and socket, and what I'm doing is I'm scraping around the far outer edges as far as I can possibly get at every single angle. And by doing that, I am activating all of the muscles that pull it all the way into those extreme positions. And so once those muscles are activated, it's easier for me to use them when I do my wushu. Now that I have my hips warmed up a little bit, I will get my blood moving. One of the motivators for me to work on this stance is that I have been working on a couple of wushu combos that flow through a drop stance and want to go into something else, but I always get stuck. It's difficult both because the range of motion is very extreme, and so moving through that very quickly is hard. And second of all, because you're all the way down in this stance, you have to push very hard from this leg to propel you in the direction that you want to go. All right, I am warmed up. The first thing that I'm gonna do is show you kind of the shape of a drop stance. In a drop stance, your foot is shooting out with this outer blade here. You don't want your foot pointing this way. It's almost as if you're actively putting this blade of your foot outwards. So to get into a drop stance, we're gonna stretch it by putting our foot against this wall, and then your toe is gonna line up with your other heel. Since my right leg is extended, my right toe is in line with my left heel. And then to stretch this position, I'm going to reach my hands towards my foot. It's common for a lot of beginners not to be able to get into this position. What's more likely is that they'll have their feet apart like this, and then as they come down, either their toe will come off the ground, their chest will fall forward, or something. What you're gonna wanna do, if that's you, is start tall, and then just go to the height that you can with your flexibility and mobility. One of my favorite athletes to look at for a beautiful drop stance, her name is Liu Qinghua, and she's basically sitting this leg on the floor as she does her drop stance, and that's what you wanna be able to do. Get all the way down there and then be able to fluidly move through that position. In wushu, actually, you should be pulling inwards this hip rather than pushing outwards to be long and extended. You're actually pulling this shape inwards, and then you reach towards your foot. And this is the flexibility that you want to be stretching if you're doing drop stance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the other side. Blah. So there's a lot of different hand positions that you can have in your drop stance. It depends on what form you're doing, or if you're doing an optional form, you can see what fits your body best. Because my shoulders are really tight, I like to bring my arms down rather than have them lifted up. I open my arms up, you can see the shoulder rise, it looks very tense. However, because that's what I'm weak at, that's what I'm gonna be working on today. I'm gonna hold either side arms up for 30 seconds. As I'm holding this, I'm remembering to stretch forward the direction that my attention is going. 3, 2, 1, and shake that out. The other side. I am sweating already, but believe it or not, being able to just do this dance, that's not where wushu ends, that's where wushu starts. The more important thing is to be able to move fluidly in and out of those stances, so we're gonna do some stance work drills. The first one is just going from a drop stance to bow stance and back, so I'm gonna start in my drop stance. My left hand is chambered, my right leg is extended, my right arm is blocking by my chest, and then I'm gonna brush punch. And that's to my gongbu. My back leg is straight, knee is about at a right angle. And I'm gonna go block, and I'm gonna pull into drop stance, block, punch. I'm gonna do 3 each side, and the thing to be focusing on every time as I do it is the crispness and the sharpness of the transition. You don't want to be melting through your stances. Every single one is clear. As you push through your feet, everything relaxes in between, and then you get to the final position. All right, the next thing that I'm gonna do is go through some stance walking transition drills. This is very similar to the last drill, however, wushu is so dynamic and fluid. These drills start helping you move your weight across the floor fluidly through stance positions. All right, the first one is very basic. It is just walking drop stance. So you're gonna lift your knee up. I'm going to the right, so I'm gonna start with my right knee up, and then I'm gonna shoot it out into drop stance, remembering to line everything up, extend that leg and keep that blade of that foot leading. Shoot into drop stance, you're gonna have your hands on your hips, and then you're gonna push into bow stance, and then step together, and you're gonna turn to your right. Left knee up, shoot into drop stance, bow stance, turn to the left. Knee up, shoot into drop stance, bow stance, together, knee up, drop stance, bow stance, together. Easy peasy. All right, we're gonna get a little bit more complicated now. This is probably one of my favorite wushu stance drills of all time. The name of this drill is Pubu Chuanzhang. Pubu is the stance that we're working on, that crouching stance, and Chuanzhang. Zhang is your palms. These are your palms, and you're gonna thread them. Chuan is to thread through, like, think of like a needle and thread going through fabric. That's what we're doing. So I will start facing backwards with my right leg in front. I'm gonna block with my left hand. All of this time, my hands are in nice tight palms. I lift my left knee up into Tishi, and I spear with my right hand. And then I shoot into drop stance. That left hand threads through. Now I'm in drop stance, and I'm gonna push through, step, turn, block, step again, knee up, and continue the threading. This is how it looks from the direction that my spear is going. I am blocking with one hand and then spearing with that other hand. My hands are in tight palms. Block, spear, block, spear. Left hand threads through to drop stance, step, turn, block, spear, thread through. Okay. What you'll notice in those stance transitions is that I'm not crisply stopping in every stance. Like the first drills that we did, they're crisp, very controlled landings into every stance. However, with this particular drill, the threading and drop stance, what I want is for it to be smooth. I'm fluidly pushing my weight through my stances in the direction that I'm going. This drill actually took me quite a bit of time to learn when I was a beginner. So if you're struggling with this, let me know in the comments and I'll make another video breaking down this very fun drop stance drill. We will come back to the drop stances where we're pushing through in the direction that we're going. Now I want to work getting out of my drop stance from a arm wheel or a body turn. So this is a very common move in wushu. You may have seen it in the youth compulsory or the first compulsory. What you do is you arm wheel down and then you have to get back up. For the youth compulsory, it's to bow stance here, and for first compulsory, you do a hammer fist. So to work on this, I'm gonna do a little combo. It goes outside kick, arm wheel, hammer fist. And what that's working on is essentially both as I'm doing the arm wheel, I'm working on my coordination into the pubu with the slam, and then dynamically pushing out of that drop stance into the hammer fist. My absolute favorite videos to look at for reference for this particular move is the Hangzhou Basics video. I will link it in the description. These athletes move so fluidly, yet so powerfully, and it just looks beautiful. Like the precision of their stances, the power, the rhythm, that they are so relaxed as they do it, and yet there's still such that power in all of their hits. I love it so much. Look at them for reference rather than at me. Okay, so that's the drill. I love watching old school wushu so much because there's actually a lot of this, you know, all the way wheelie arm slam, all the way to pubu, and then run or fly into the next thing. I think that particular movement is a lot less in style nowadays. It's a lot less in style nowadays in favor of the 2-foot squat. Just because this is so much easier to get in and out of. I love watching 90s era wushu so much. You see people so powerfully do this stance and then just keep running, flying through it. The last thing that I wanted to do is work through the combos that I'm working on that actually use that pushing through the drop stance. So you can see what I'm talking about. You really want to get all the way low into that stance and that there's contrast from like high first and then low, and then powerfully move on to the next thing. Yeah, I keep getting stuck in this, which is why I am practicing it. Okay, so I haven't watched the videos of me doing this, but the footwork is so awkward for me. I think if this were a form that I was trying to put together to compete, I probably wouldn't do this move, but it would be so cool for me to be able to really fluidly move through drop stance, so I'm gonna keep working on this a little bit more. I think the thing that I need to do is set my footwork, and then do it slow, and then do it fast. enough for today. I just wanted to show you that progression of how to do drop stance and then how you can do it in more dynamic, powerful movements as you get more advanced, and how I also have a lot of room for improvement on this front. I'm gonna do this a couple more times and try to fluidly push through the stance into the front slap kick, and then I'll call it a day. Thanks for training. Let me know if you have any questions, and